and welcome back. Most people think a believable story should be smooth, logical, perfect, without mistakes, without complications, without problems. But here's the strange thing. Real life doesn't quite work like that, and neither do real memories. Hi, I'm Steve Van Appen, and today we're looking at one of the most fascinating concepts of statement credibility analysis, the unexpected complication test. But before we start, once again, just a quick disclaimer, no single behaviour on its own proves deception. There are always exceptions, such as stress, trauma, memory limitations, ADHD, neurodivergence, shock, different communication styles and cultural differences. So we always need to look for groups or clusters of behaviours, not one isolated sign. And in serious situations, we also need these observations to be supported with cooperating evidence, whether it be medical, scientific or forensic evidence. All right, let's get into it. Think about your own life for a minute. How often does everything go perfectly correct or right? Probably not very often. You miss a turn, you spill your coffee, you forget your wallet, you get stuck in traffic, you call the wrong person. Life is messy. Because life is messy, real memories are often messy also. Researchers involved in criteria-based content analysis found that genuine accounts often contain unexpected complications, little problems, small mistakes, things that weren't planned, because that's how real experiences happen. Let me show you. Imagine someone says, I drove straight to the restaurant, arrived on time, everything went perfectly. Possible? Of course. Now compare it with, I actually missed the turnoff, had to double back, then I spent 10 minutes looking for a parking space which I couldn't find. Now, it sounds more like real life, doesn't it? The second one, because real events rarely unfold perfectly. Now again, this doesn't mean complications prove truthfulness. Someone can invent complications and truthful people can have uneventful experiences. But researchers notice that genuine accounts often contain spontaneous complications, not dramatic complications, ordinary ones. Now, the kind that happen every day. Here's another example. Imagine someone describing a meeting. One person says, the meeting was fine. Another says, the projector stopped working. Couldn't find the remote control. And we ended up starting 20 minutes late. Now, that's the kind of detail researchers find interesting because it's unnecessary. Nobody needed to include it, but they remembered it because it happened. According to Unruh's hypothesis, I hope I said that right, statements derived from genuine experience often differ in quality and content from fabricated statements. Now, one reason is that real life creates unexpected events. Invented stories, on the other hand, often focus on the main plot. Real memories include the interruptions. Let's look at another example. Imagine someone says, we went to the beach. Now compare that with, but halfway there we realised we'd forgotten the towels, so we had to turn back and come back to the beach. Now that's not important detail in itself, but it feels real. Because real experiences contain inconveniences, problems, interruptions, and small frustrations. Again, this is not proof, it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. But when a story contains natural complications or unexpected obstacles and ordinary mistakes, it can sometimes support experiential credibility. Because real life isn't a movie, and real memories usually aren't either. So let's recap. Watch for unexpected complications, ordinary mistakes, small inconveniences, unplanned interruptions, and details that add realism rather than perfection. Because sometimes the thing that makes a story believable isn't how perfect it sounds, it's how human it sounds. Just some quick references. CBCA research, the Unruh's hypothesis, Albert Bridge, detecting lies and deceit. If you found this useful, comment truth below and subscribe to the channel and share the video with others that you think need to see it. Because once you understand human behaviour, you don't just hear what people say, you see what they're trying to really hide.